Happy Friday. Happy Friday. How are you doing today? If you are new here, my name is Noor Al Masri. I am an enrolled agent and the founder of Noor's Books. I help business owners increase their cash flow using tax strategies, and I help nonprofit organizations increase their funding using my impact method. Now, I'm going to talk today about 5 financial mistakes that business owners make turns their taxes into a nightmare for them and for their tax professionals. You can do I've been like doing a lot of taxes, and some new clients have these issues. And I know a lot of you guys are facing the same problem. And the problem is when you have these mistakes, it depends on the tax professional you are using. They might not figure it out. They might just like do random numbers based on the information you provided without questioning anything you provide them. And this will be a problem for you. It's going to backfire on you. Because let's say if you got audited and your taxes are not accurate, it's going to be a real problem because you did not understand what you have to put, and your tax professional did not question your numbers. They did not verify what's there, what's the mistake that you have done. So the number one mistake I've seen over and over the years is commingling between your finances, your business and personal. So I came across a lot of people, business owners, who are actually, yes, using a software, connecting their bank account to a bookkeeping software, but then they're randomly categorizing things, if any. The problem is, I've seen a lot of them, they don't have a vehicle for business. They actually charge their cards, whether it's a credit card or their bank account that should be for business. They're charging everything that is not for business. They're charging their Netflix, their vehicle maintenance, their gases, and for things that not related for business. And the list will go on, like everything on business, even though it's personal. The problem with that, when you do that and you have everything charged for business, and now you're getting this financial statement, giving those to your tax professional, when they see vehicle, if they don't ask you if this is a vehicle for your business, they will deduct this money. And you might think, yes, let them deduct it so I can pay less taxes. The problem with that is if you got audited, and don't say I won't, because you never know. If something doesn't look right or the system somehow selected you, you're going to be in trouble. You're going to be disallowed all these deductions, and not only those deductions that you are not entitled to, but also the deductions that you should have been qualified for. So you're going to end up with a huge tax bill that you don't need to have. So don't be excited for some deductions that you are not entitled to. And I know this is not the reason you are doing this. I know this is just like not educating yourself about what you have to do and not using a professional who is categorizing this correctly. So commingling is a big issue. And then when you go to the tax professional, you might have something, just random number wrong. So any software, whether it's tax software or it's the accounting software, is as good as the person behind it. So if your input is wrong, your output is going to be wrong. Your tax is going to be wrong. Your financial statement will be misleading. So this is not in your best interest. So make sure you do not commingle. This is number one. Number two, a lot of people don't do any bookkeeping during the year. And you want to remember, bookkeeping is really compliance work. It's not up to you. It must happen. So when you do not do your bookkeeping throughout the year, the problem with that is when you come at the end of the year, or maybe the next year, like now, like a lot of people doing bookkeeping cleanup, most likely you forgot a lot of things. So you forgot so many things you expensed, and you don't remember anymore what was that for. So you're not gonna actually have an accurate financial statements because you already forgot. You missed something. You missed the deduction. You missed the credit because of not accurate bookkeeping, because you don't have the accurate information, because you did not do this throughout the year. And you thought maybe you already connected your bank account, your credit card for the business. But the problem with that is connecting your financials is not bookkeeping, and it's not going to be able to tell you what was that for. So connecting your bank account, your credit card, your software is just a source. So think about your statement, your bank statement, your credit card statement as a source document to do your bookkeeping. So if you are not doing the bookkeeping, the actual bookkeeping, which is categorizing the transactions, making sure everything is correct, making sure there is a consistency, making sure you actually reconciled your accounts and everything matches, that's going to be a problem at the end of the year. And I understand you're busy doing your business, and you shouldn't be the one who's doing your bookkeeping, because I guarantee you your bookkeeping is going to be wrong 100%. Even if you are a finance major, even if you have been doing accounting somewhere else, your bookkeeping is going to be 100% wrong, because most likely you're not going to have time to do it every single week, every single month. And when you do yours, you're going to be just like doing it fast. So mistakes can happen, because the core for your business is not your bookkeeping, is the service or the products you are providing your client or customers. So have someone else do it for you. Maybe a professional, maybe your finance department, accounting department, and your business if you already have that in place. So that's number 2. So number 1 is commingling between personal and business. Number 2, no bookkeeping during the year. Number 3 is DIY bookkeeping, do it yourself bookkeeping. And I kind of covered that in the previous point. Do it yourself bookkeeping, like, okay, I don't postpone my bookkeeping until the end of the year. However, I do my own bookkeeping. Okay, when you do your own bookkeeping, you kind of have the same problem, because it's not your profession most of the time. This is not what you do for life, for living. So most likely your bookkeeping is wrong. 100%. That's how most likely it is. If you are not taking into consideration every transaction you have, most likely you are not consistent. So your books are not going to look good. So now we have 3 points. We have 2 more. Again, let me go over. Commingling between business and personal. No bookkeeping during the year. DIY your bookkeeping. Number 4, not paying estimated taxes during the year. A lot of people were shocked this year because they have a huge tax bill. Well, tax bill is kind of a good news and bad news. Good news because that means you made money. So congratulations on making money in your business. That's why you are in business. Bad news because now you have to pay that amount to IRS. And if you did not plan for it, you might not have that money. And that's a problem, because if you do not have that money, that means you're going to have a payment plan. And that means you did not think about it early enough to do tax planning so you can reduce your tax bill. And that means you did not take care of your estimated taxes during the year. So not paying your estimated taxes during the year will result in a huge tax bill if you make a profit. The solution for that is really do tax planning and make sure you know how much you have to pay every quarter in order to avoid a huge tax bill at the end of the year. Number 5, and that's the last one. So let me repeat the first 4, then we go to number 5. Commingling between business and personal, no bookkeeping during the year, DIY bookkeeping, not paying estimated taxes during the year, and the last one, being the owner in the wrong way. So if you are the business owner, paying yourself wrong. So how would you pay yourself wrong? Because IRS has different way they want you to see to pay yourself. It depends on your business structure. So if you are an LLC, they don't want you to put yourself in a W-2. And I've seen a lot of those, actually. A lot of people put themselves on the payroll while they are an LLC. And this is a problem because you cannot do that. You have to take an owner draw. Just like that is like paying yourself, writing a check to yourself, withdrawing cash, transferring money, selling yourself money, no matter how it is, but not being on payroll. That's the point. So, but the the trick to that is actually you need to make sure you record that. That means you're doing your bookkeeping right. So keep track of that. Now, if you are an S Corp or if you are a C Corp, that means you have to pay yourself on a salary. So you have to put yourself on a payroll. When you put yourself on a payroll, you're paying yourself on W-2. And when you're paying yourself on W-2, you have to file, what is it? File payroll taxes. So you have to file payroll taxes on state and federal. So a lot of complications come into that. So having a tax professional on your team or an accountant is not something luxury. Having all these services, not a luxury, unless you have someone who takes care inside of your business to do and take care of all of that and they know what they're doing. You need to work with a professional. Otherwise, your taxes at the end of the year will be a nightmare. You will have a huge tax bill sooner or later for your business, on your business, because you did not take care of it in the beginning. You have to invest in your business. You have to take care of your finances. Everyone has to file taxes. And if you don't know the rules for that, if you do not know how to make your life easier during tax season, you're going to face a lot of penalties. Your taxes will be a nightmare for you and for your tax professional. And then you're going to end up paying so much more money. And I understand you might be going to a tax professional who does not charge you a lot and don't ask you a question and file your taxes. Most likely your tax is going to be wrong if you have done any of the mistakes that I told you about. If you have done any of the mistakes that I told you about during this video, that means, and you went to a tax professional, did not ask you did not question your financial statement, did not do your bookkeeping, did not charge you more than 150 250, most likely your taxes are wrong. Good news. And that's gonna come bite you from your back because you're gonna face a problem sooner or later. IRS is gonna be coming behind you or behind your tax professional to just see why maybe something does not make sense in your taxes. So make sure you don't do these mistakes this year. We're ending the quarter one. So, but we still have time. We still have like more than a half of the year. So please, if you did not take care of these things last year, make sure you do a clean finances for 2024 so you can have an easy 2024 tax filing. And if you did not file your taxes yet and you're looking for a tax professional, feel free to book a call with me on my website, noorasbooks.com/contacts. If you're on Instagram, you can find that link on the bio. If you are everywhere else, you can go ahead and actually it's in the description and I put it on the window here. So you can just book a call right now and I'll be happy to help you filing your taxes or clean up your books. Even though like when we have to clean up your book, we have to put you on extension, but that's okay. Like we can do that. Let's do that. If you want to start this year clean with an accurate bookkeeping, feel free also to book a call with me and we'll go ahead and take care of what you have to do. And when I'm talking about business, you should know by now, if you've been following me, when I talk about business, I also mean nonprofits, because nonprofit is a business. Whether you recognize that or not, that's a business. So also for you in nonprofits, you have to be doing bookkeeping. And you have no idea how many times we delay client just because their books are not clean, their books do not make sense. Therefore, when we put their information into the 990, doesn't make sense. So a lot of time we get to do extension in order to have clean books before we file. Don't wait for that. And go ahead and do it from now, whether you need help with your prior year taxes or bookkeeping or with this year bookkeeping. Go ahead and book a call with me right now and I'll be happy to talk to you and see how we can work together if we are a good fit. All right. With that, happy Friday. Enjoy your weekend. And remember your tax deadline in April 15 for your personal C Corp, and also for your estimated tax payment for the first quarter in 2024. All right. Have a great one. Bye.